more good times and great songs
across the Lower Wolf Valley.
This is Tempo FM.
And this is Rebecca with something a little different here for the next hour. You can drop us a message. You can drop us a message at email studio@tempofm.co.uk, or you can send us a text to 82228, starting the message with the word tempo followed by space. Standard network rates apply. This is Tempo FM 107.4, coming from the heart of Harrogate, and I have been talking about animals. I've been talking about International Dog Walking Month. I've been talking about other animals and birds, because it is the RSPB, which is the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds. I think I should probably check that. It is their national big bird watch month and a half or so. So starting today, for the next month and a half, we're going to be looking to the skies, to the trees, to the hedgerows for all the various birds that we have, and doing a big count for the area and sending that in and letting them know what's happening with the bird population, because unfortunately they don't have enough people to go around and count them all themselves. So they're asking us to help out. Well, there are a few birds that I'm going to mention that you might just see. So you might see crows and jackdaws. Of course, you need to be able to tell the difference between them as well. Crows and jackdaws are both members of the crow family, but they have ever so slight differences. So, of course, they are all black birds. A carrion crow is all black. A hooded crow has a pinkish grey body with a black head and sort of black tips of wings and black tail, whereas a jackdaw, also all black, but they have a shorter beak than the crow. They have a shorter beak. They also have a slightly grey neck and back of the head, and they have grey eyes as well. So very subtle differences to tell. It's all. A lot of the time, to tell the difference between various birds, it depends on where they nest, the lengths of their beaks, and like their own body size as well. That can make a massive difference. Of course, you might also spot robins out and about, and of course I can't have a show about birds without playing Rockin' Robin by the Hollies. So here we go. And that was the Hollies with Rockin' Robin, another bird that you could look out for whilst doing the bird watch. You can also look out for house sparrows, even seagulls and common gulls and black-headed gulls. You can keep an eye out for, especially if you live over on the coast. I know no one, maybe if you're listening to us online at tempofm.co.uk, you might just be over by the coast, where you'll be able to spot gulls. Other blackbirds include, obviously, you've got the crows. I used to wonder how to tell the difference between ravens, crows, and blackbirds, and I think ravens are the biggest ones, and they're big birds. I mean, you do get lots of big birds, don't you? But blackbirds are lovely little sweet things. The females tend to be brown. The males are, of course, black but they both have an orange ring around their eyes. And we've actually had a number of blackbirds in our garden. They absolutely love it. Coming up this time of year and into spring, when we're out gardening and we're preparing the soil and we're turning it over, we for the last few years we've had a female who likes to hang around, wait for us to sort of turn the soil over. Well, I say us, it's my mum. Wait for my mum to turn the soil over, and then when she leaves or goes a little bit away, she'll come down and pick up all the worms, because it just saves us so much energy doing it. So, of course, if I'm talking about blackbirds, I'm going to play you Blackbird by the Beatles.
Tempo FM weather.
Oh yes, if you're going to go out bird watching, it's best to go when the birds are going to be out as well. Unless they are a water-based bird, you're going to want it to be dry. So today it's cloudy with strong southwesterly winds, some patchy drizzle in the morning over the Pennines before outbreaks of local heavy rain spread quickly eastwards during the afternoon, turning dry by evening with some brightness likely to end the day. In fact, I can tell already it is cloudy, but I can see a little bit of blue and the sun is shining into the studio. Maximum temperatures 9 degrees Celsius. Tonight, we have cloud clearing most areas to give some long clear spells and feeling quite cold by the end of the night as the brisk winds decrease with a minimum temperature of 2 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, it's going to be cloudy once again with more outbreaks of rain affecting some parts, but most likely in the Pennines, and it would mainly be dry further to the east. And that's tomorrow. And today I have been talking about animals and birds and going vegan and National Bird Count. So other birds to look out for include wood pigeons. Now, I know that might seem weird to look out for and count pigeons, especially when you get so many in city centres, but we're looking at the ones who live out in the country. You can also look out for blue tits, more gulls, house sparrows, starlings. Now, house sparrows are the ones who like to nest under houses and under roofs, and we've actually got some. Well, I say we. It's not my house. It's my partner's house. They have some that nest in the roof above his bedroom, and when they are up. They are up and we're up as well because they are noisy. They like to sort of tap dance along the rafters, just like seagulls like to do on caravans at caravan sites on the coast. So here we go. Anyway, that's sparrows and seagulls. But the next bird, there is one bird which isn't mentioned on here, which we don't seem to need to keep track of. But these are big birds. I was talking about big birds before, and yes, ravens are bigger than crows. In fact, ravens are the size of the small chickens, which is a little scary, to be honest. And they've got great big beaks too. But another big bird is a swan. Now, swans. For some reason, people think that a swan will break your arm if it attacks you. That is not true, because a swan has got hollow bones. You are more likely to break it if it attacks you. Obviously, they can be quite vicious. They can be territorial. And I wonder if anyone can tell me, if they send me a quick text, if they do all, in fact, belong to the Queen. And we'll find out right after this swan song from Attila Battle Angel by Dua Lipa.
Good times, great songs, all day long.
This is Tempo FM.
It is 19 minutes past 12. You are listening to Rebecca doing something a little different. After me, from 3 p.m, we have the sensational 70s show with Rob Allen. From 5 till 7 p.m, we have Drive Time with Stuart Robinson. So if you are headed home from the office or from work, that is one to listen to. Then from 7 p.m, we have the Brooke and Phoebe show, and even more to carry us on into the night and the evening. I've been talking about animals. The RSPB's National Bird spotting time of year, bird watch, this starting today and going on until mid-February. I've also been talking about Veganuary, and I've been giving lots of jokes as well. Oh, and International Dog Walking Month. And I'm going to give you another joke now. So, no. Why? Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. And I don't think they'd taste very nice either. I'm now going to play you Eagle by ABBA. Oh dear, these jokes are a little terrible, aren't they? I'm so sorry. Oh, and how does a bird with a broken wing manage to land safely? With a sparrow chute.
The Tempo FM What's On Guide.
Yes. So what is happening right now? Well, I have been specifically asked to tell you about Man with a Pan, who is returning Friday the 28th of February, so in a couple of weeks' time. So are you tired of ready meals and takeaways? If you are a man over 50 who lacks basic cooking skills and would like to learn the arts of the kitchen, this is a free course for you. That's not the number 3, that is free, zilch, nothing, nada. Costs you absolutely nothing except a bit of your time. You may have missed out cooking at school or have another reason for attending the course, but you don't need to share that with everyone, because this is an opportunity to learn some new tips and tricks and have fun amongst a small group of like-minded individuals. So for further information, you can go to our tempofm.co.uk website and look on the local news tab. It's just a little scroll down, or you can for further information and to register, you can contact the parish office. It doesn't say where it is. Oh, it's held in the church centre and runs every Friday at the same time for 6 weeks. So that's the church centre in Wetherby, I believe. You can contact them at 01937 583 074. And as I said, the course starts Friday 28th of February and it runs from 4:45pm, so 4:45 until 7:30. It's held at the church centre and it's for 6 weeks. So that sounds really beneficial. All the information I've just said there is on our website on the local news tab. There we go. Now, I have been talking about animals. I've been talking about Veganuary. I've been mentioning birds as well. And International Walk Your Dog Month. Although you should be walking your dog every day. I'm going to expand this out now and include even more animals. The very first ones I'm going to include, I've already mentioned seagulls. So we're going to run with the sea theme. And I'm going to kick off with 3 Blind Jellyfish by Scaffold. Here we go. Well, that was bizarre. I think that finished before it was supposed to finish, and I didn't stop. I had no idea what that song was before I put it on, but I think that might be my new favourite song. And I'm going to continue the Under the Sea theme right now and play a slightly more up-to-date song. I hope you have your fingers, your hands, and your arms ready, because everyone, oh yes, this is for the kids. It's by Pink Fong. It was very, very popular. It's called the Baby Shark Dance. Get your fingers ready, everyone. Start making your sharks. Off we go. Hey, everyone. 2 fish are sitting in a tank. One looks at the other and says, "Hey, do you know how to drive this thing?" Sorry. This is Dolphin Smile by the Birds. Tempo FM. It is 24 minutes to 1, which means I have just 24 minutes left to fill with songs all about animals. We're going to move away from the sea and the triple bizarre songs. I can't get over that 3 Blind Jellyfish song. That was brilliant. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be a really obscure song, like being all something about relationships or something, but no, it was 3 blind jellyfish sitting on a rock. Anyway, let's move away from the sea and get into the jungle, the Sahara, the Amazon. Let's have a look at big cats, which are found all over the world, and we're going to start off with Walk Like a Panther by the All-Seeing Eye and Tony Christie. Coming up next, I will be playing music from Mumford & Sons, Survivor, Culture Club, Crazy Frog and the Beatles. And that was the All-Seeing Eye with Tony Christie singing Walk Like a Panther. And yes, I have another joke for you. It's a big cat joke. So I opened up my wardrobe the other day and there was a lion in it. And I asked him what he was doing in there. I mean, it's a tiny wardrobe. It was amazing how he fit. And he said it was Narnia business. Oh dear. Here's Mumford & Sons with Little Lion Man. And that was Mumford & Sons with Little Lion Man. We're sailing through these songs right now, and I'm going to insert another joke right here. What's a tiger running a copy machine called? Or a photocopier? It's called a copycat. Oh, I know, that's terrible. So, where does the tiger sleep? Well, probably anywhere he wants to. It's a tiger. Probably bite your head off. Also, what flies around your light at night and can bite your head off? A tiger moth. Real moths, by the way. Real moths, tiger moths. Now, I could also have spoken about bees today, but I'm going to save that for another show. And one last joke for you. What is the fiercest flower in the garden? It's a tiger lily. If any of those made you groan, let me know. If they didn't, I'm not doing well enough.
Travel.
Let's sneak in a travel update before I dive into the last 3 songs. Well, it is all looking nice and green out there on the roads. Little bit of orange, that's where it's getting a little slow in Wetherby, but it's just patchy. There's nothing sort of significant going on that I can see. Nice and clear up to Spofforth. Going into Harrogate on the A661, that's looking reasonable as per usual, and a little bit of slowness through Tadcaster. Boston Spa is good, Scarcroft's good, Harewood is great, and otherwise it's just... That's pretty good looking around here. There's still some queuing traffic in a construction area near Kirk Hamilton. Hamerton, that's on the A59 between York and Knaresborough. But otherwise, it's all pretty good. Now, we need to get these last 3 songs in. It is 10 minutes to 1, and I have some really funky songs to play for you now, starting off with Karma Chameleon by The Culture Club. And that was The Culture Club with Karma Chameleon. Now, the next song I'm going to play, I thought they'd have the original on the system, but no, I'm going to have to play the Crazy Frog remix. Of course, I couldn't have a show about animals and not play Nelly the Elephant. And that was the Nelly the Elephant remix by Crazy Frog. Sorry, I couldn't find the original. I thought it'd be on the system here. Well, that is almost it from me. This has been Rebecca doing something a little bit different here at 107.4 Tempo FM. I'm now going to take you into the news with the Beatles. I Am the Walrus. Oh yes, I will see you all next week.